You gotta do this for your booty. You gotta use bands. No, you gotta do hip thrust. No, you gotta do this. No, you gotta eat. So many information online on how to grow your glutes, but actually, what do we do with all that information and where do we start? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you today with 3 simple yet very effective exercises that you can use to be able to actually grow your glutes the right way. And then at the end, stay till the end because I'm gonna give you a little tiny secrets that you can start implementing today to start seeing those gains. Let's go. Mi mano, bro, está pesado esta cámara. When it comes to the growth of the muscle, there's different things that plays a huge role, such as the set, the amount of sets that you choose, the repetition you choose, and also the rest that you choose in between sets. But one thing also we have to realize, the exercise selection that you choose plays a huge role as well. Although when it comes to training muscles, there's a lot of exercises that will actually target similar muscle groups. There's still a few that play predominantly in activating, they are a little bit more superior into activating a certain muscle group in comparison to the others. And today we're gonna go 3 exercises, but mainly 2. The main one will be the hip thrust. Most of you guys know the hip thrust. And the second one is the squats, right? Now, the hip thrust, there's been few studies, researchers that has advocated that the hip thrust is superior into targeting the glutes in comparison to the squats. But also, there's some that have also advocated, on the other side, argued that the squats is superior to the hip thrust. The squats is good in terms of also not only targeting the glutes, but it depends on your stance and the mobility that you have. It can target the glutes, but mainly we get a lot of the quad, hamstring, and even some adductors, where in the hip thrust, we get predominantly, well, the glutes. So it does isolate the glutes just a little bit. Either or, you should be doing it anyway, and then we got one exercise at the end that I'm gonna show you. But first I'm gonna have Frida, and Frida's gonna come here, and we're gonna go over first the hip thrust. Now, let's cover some common mistake that we tend to see first whenever it's time to perform the hip thrust. Mistake number 1 is the bench. The bench is too high. So if you can see Frida, right now we're gonna go without the barbell. Frida's gonna get set with the bench high. Now watch this. When Frida gets set, her feet is parallel. She's gonna go up, right? Now Frida is not the tallest person, let's just say that. Now when she goes up, the position is not bad. She can get away with it. But for the general population, when they start getting heavy, she's actually pretty limited onto actually activating the glutes. So here's what we're gonna do. She's gonna go down. We're gonna take this. We have here an incline bench. We're gonna lower that down, right? Now, with this, when she goes up, we're able to get a full activation of glutes. Now her whole body is completely parallel. Now, one thing that we wanna focus on, from here up, we want 0 movements at all, right? The movement comes from the hips. She's gonna lower the hips down, come down, drive up, boom, right there. Now, she can even stay right there, right? Keep this aligned, drive the hips even a little bit higher, right? She cannot go any higher than that because everything is locked in. Look, she's not even shaking and we're not even using weight. Okay, now let's add a little weight to it. She's gonna grab the weight. She's gonna put that weight directly on her hips, okay? She's gonna bend the legs. Now, one of the questions that we get a lot of time is like, well, how do I know my leg placement? Where do I put my legs, etc.? So one of the tips that you have, now I find this doesn't always work for everybody. What you can do is take your hands, fully extend it out, where the longest finger, which tends to be your middle finger, right? Don't flick anybody off. Tends to be your middle finger. Wherever it ends, that's where you're gonna place the heel. Because when you go up, there is such thing, we don't want the legs to be too close back because we get a lot of quad activation, especially if you're a quad dominant person, we wanna activate the glutes more, right? So this, when she goes up, this puts our shin in a vertical position, as you can see right here, in a vertical position with her legs, okay? So now, same concept, literally take that chin, tuck it in. Ladies, don't pay attention if your double chin is showing up, that's fine. You're in the gym to train hard, you should be making ugly faces anyway. Keep that chin tucked in, now lower the hips down. It's nice and slow, now drive up. Drive, squeeze. Drop the hips a little bit higher. Higher, no. Higher, squeeze right there. What does that feel? Do you feel activated? Yeah. Now lower, go slow. 4, 3, 2, 1, drive, squeeze. Okay, that 4, 3, 2, 1, drive, squeeze. 0 movement from the torso up. 4, 3, 2, 1, squeeze. Hold it right there. Now drive even higher. Look at that. We have 10 pounds and she's already shaking. Now go lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, drive up, squeeze. Let's do 2 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, drive, squeeze. Keep that chin tucked in. 1 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, drive, squeeze, and rest.
Oh, yeah.
Right? First one, we have the hip thrust, okay? Start light. As you get better at it, you get more glute activation, you can always add more. When you add weights, you'll find yourself starting to lean back a little bit. That's fine. But at the very beginning, I would say start light, get used to really activating the glutes, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Up next, we're gonna do squats, back squat. Personally for me, the squats overall is one of my favorite exercises, okay? But there's a way that we can do the squats that will allow us to target the glutes a little bit more. Now, ladies, I know you guys love using this. Nothing against this if you're doing hip thrusts, but when doing back squats, no, get rid of it. Don't do it. And the reason for that, and it's not because, oh, you're weak, nothing like that, because you wanna use the barbell directly. At first, it's gonna feel uncomfortable, but then you'll get used to it because it allows you to activate your back a little bit more. Oh, better, honestly. So what Frida's gonna do here, again, we have the same weight, 10 pounds on each side. She can do more. She's gonna rest the barbell, okay? To be able to target the glutes, we want a little bit lower position, because if we go too high, then it becomes a quad dominant. Now Frida, generally, she's a quad dominant kind of person, but we want to allow her to target the glutes. So there's something called the high bar and the low bar. We want the low bar a little bit, right? We get more hip dominant. She's gonna lift up the barbell. Her back is nice and engaged. Arms are not too wide. Arms are not too close. Close enough, right? Back is nice and activated. That's important because when we go time to breathe, it allows us to have better stability. Now, here's what we're gonna do, Frida. Frida, I want you to close your legs just a little bit, okay? We're gonna take more of a sumo stance. When it comes to a sumo stance, it doesn't necessarily mean going wide as if you're gonna do a split. It just means we're gonna go a little bit wider than your shoulder. Now, she's gonna keep that position. Now, let's come down here. See her feet? We're gonna take these feet, we're gonna point them out a little bit on both sides, because when it's time to do a squat, our knees, we're gonna be pushing those knees far out as much as we can possibly can. So Frida, we're gonna do a 5-second eccentric, okay? And as we're doing this, all I want you to focus on is drive those knees out as much as you can possibly can, okay? Here we go, ready? I'm gonna count down. Down 5, 4, knees out, 3, 2, 1, hold. Now we're gonna go up slowly, up 5, 4, 3, 2, stop right there, same concept, knees out, 5, knees out, 4, 3, 2, hold it there. Up 5, 4, 3, 2, down 5, knees out, push them out even more, right there, hold it, go up slowly, 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 squeeze, boom. Repeat that motion again, keep pushing those knees out. Knees, drive as much as you can. Keep them out, drive them out. Look at that, we're using 10 pounds. She's already shaking, guys. It's all about technique. Drive up, drive up, drive up. Let's do 2 more. Down 5, 4, knees out, push them out, push them out, push them out. Right there, drive up, keep them out even when you go up, keep them out, keep them out, keep them out. There we go, you see that? Even when you're going up, you still wanna keep the knees out. Most people, they would do a great job going down, but as they're coming up, the knee would come in. No. One more time, push the knees out. This time we're gonna pause at the bottom. Knees out, push them out, push them out, push them out. Right there, okay? Now go up slowly, push the knees out. Push against me, go up, up, up. Hold it right there. There we go. The knees. Take your knees, externally rotate them out. As I'm doing this, I'm literally thinking about sitting back into it, right? That is more of a sumo stance. It allows me to be able to target my glutes more, drive up, keep those knees out, and repeat that motion again. We got one more that I'm gonna walk you guys through, and that is the step up. Frida doesn't like it that much, but oh well. All right, let's go. Let's finish with one more exercise. That is the step up. I personally think this is one of the most underrated exercises when it comes to targeting your glutes, okay? So, Frida, we got the step up. Everybody know how to do a step up. We're gonna change a few things. So, go ahead and demonstrate how most people do a step up. You know, they come, they go up, back down, up, etc., right? Not bad, but let's change a few things around a little bit. Okay? Here's what Frida's gonna do. We wanna target the glutes, right? Not the quads, okay? Especially if you're a quad dominant person. You have to be very attentive. Ladies, this is important. So, here's what she's gonna do. One thing first, the shin stays parallel, always. Never moves. She's gonna grab that inside arm. She's gonna hang on to this to get a little bit more stability. Remember, the focus of this is hypertrophy, the growth of the muscle. So we're gonna eliminate anything that's gonna allow it to focus too much on our stability and place it more focus on the muscle, okay? So, what she's gonna do is she's gonna lean forward and lean forward a little bit more, right there. That back never moves. We're not doing back today. From the hips up, nothing. Almost as if we were doing the hip thrust. Zero movement upper body, all at the hips. Now, Frida, what she's gonna do is, this leg is always gonna stay straight the whole time, okay? You see her toes on the floor? She's gonna lift the toes off the floor, because when it's time to go back down, we're only gonna hit the floor with our heel. And then we're gonna put all that focus on our front leg. Now, what she's gonna do is, she's gonna arch her back just a little bit, okay? Your back, not your head. There we go, arch your back a little bit more, right there. Now come forward just a tad bit more. Now I want you to take a deep breath in and then drive up, but don't move your back. Go ahead, go up, right there. Now, when you're going down, when you're going up, I want you don't think about popping straight up, think about kind of pushing forward as you're going up, okay? So go back down again, keep that back leg straight, tap the heel, tap, push forward to me, right there, back down again, tap the floor, bring it back up. Guys, we're not using any weight, right? Tap the weight, bring it back up, the floor. Again, arch the back, push the butt backwards, drive up. Let's do 2 more. Tap, 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 drive up. Let's do 1 more, okay? Watch this, slow down, stretch, drive. Bingo, okay? It's called a step up. Allows us to target under the glutes. Guys, take your time when you do this. Do not rush, okay? You wanna be able to feel the exercise. You wanna be able to actually do it properly so it can grow. Okay, I promise you that I'm gonna give you one more secret to do before we leave. Now, the exercise selection, the repetition, the sets, all that, it's very important. But there's one more thing. All of that is a waste if you don't do this one simple thing. And that is, you gotta eat, man. You gotta eat your proteins. You gotta feed the muscles. Proteins are the building blocks of your body. Your muscle need it. So ladies, if you're not eating and if you're eating salad all day long, nothing against salads, but if you're eating salads all day long and taking all your detox pills all day long, you're just wasting your time. Yeah?
Sí, así es. No olviden comer sus proteínas, ya sea su carne, su salmón. También consumir su proteína en polvo o líquida. Si quieren crecer esas pompis, pues vamos a darle forma con la proteína.
So ladies, summer's coming. Let's build those glutes. Let's build those bombs. Fellas, you too. You gotta train your glutes too, fellas. Anyway, guys, my name is Gislan.
Y mi nombre es Frida.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel and click that notification button. New video every Monday. Sorry. Leave it.
Nunca